Hello and welcome everyone for the first match of the legendary, not necessarily legendary, but still exciting match of Deathline versus Primal Kiwi, aka PK. I don't know why I said Primal Kiwi, probably because it just was displayed there. We're playing draft today, or at least PK and Deathline are playing draft, and yeah, I'm joined in commentary with Darkman.
Yeah,
Welcome,
hello everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, this is Division 2 semis, one of the matchups. The other is, I think, Mason and Haywire, which might be a bit more one-sided, but PK Deathline, that's for me, that's a really exciting matchup. And then
Yeah.
draft in particular, that sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Probably a very close match.
I agree. The players are currently coin flipping right now. And Ramato is trolling in the Winger Sync.
No heads, no tails, just let's go.
Yeah, we got between in the.
Yeah, pick our stars. Let's go.
The coin flip.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this is, as mentioned, draft still, and I don't know what to mention. We're starting very soon. There's not much history. Like PK was able to just have 2 weeks of buys. Deathline, I think. I don't remember honestly who he was playing. I didn't pay much attention last weekend. But either way,
11 knows for PK.
Yeah, PK like rushing 11 Delfino, drafting this. Typically one of the better things to get, and it's kind of rare where that other first picks are better. I see 5 Bluebirds, I see 15 Gelato as well, and I see a lot of Bianco stuff.
Yeah.
So, like 15 and 20 in Bianco, hidden in Bianco. So maybe 11 in Delfino is not that much of a priority. What do you think Deathline will pick for the next two, Darkman?
I don't know. Maybe you can see like Quiggles, Freakos Flowerless, like Bianco Eden, 45 totals. Maybe picking 45 totals, 5 Bluebirds, 15 Bianco.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Probably a pretty good pick. 5 Bluebirds is pretty flexible, just because 5 from Bianco is a thing. 20 15 blue coins in Bianco are also possibilities. You see 3 boss shines and 5 boss shines in row 5 and row 4.
Yeah, true.
And 7 shines in secrets. So Bianco is pretty stacked. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan personally.
3 bosses. What about picking 20 Biancos?
It's kind of weird.
3 red coin shines. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, also like a really early goal. Very convenient. For hidden in Bianco, there's also 5 hiddens. There are 4 gelato shines, so maybe you pick up the gelato hidden. Maybe picking up 15 gelato blues would have been better. Blue coins seem kind of decent with like the 45, 65 tolls with 20 from 2 and some specific blue coin golds.
Flowerless, 8 episodes. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, episode shines as well. It's also very convenient. Rico Friavolis. Not the hugest fan of that goal, because Rico seems not that strong, right?
Yeah. Not a lot pina value of this card, correct?
Yeah,
just maybe for the Bluebird, but nothing else.
Yeah, true. Pinna is also very weak. Barely any Rico. Just
can work only for bosses if you want to do Mega, but yeah.
Yeah, but like again to Rico, like that's also not that great. Just based
Yeah.
on like 3 bosses
Yeah,
being
Rico again
trapped.
is for bosses, or maybe 20 from 2, 20 blue from 2, if you want
Yeah,
to. But
and PK already has like 3 bosses. Like 5 bosses is kind of a lot, and 20
yeah,
from 2 is like also weird. Like, do you want 20 from 2 really in Rico?
45 totals, yeah, makes sense still. With all the blue coins goals you have on the grid.
Yeah, there's still like so much, like 15 Gelato. You can steal away 20 from Bianco. You can also just go
And the
for
15
Bianco hidden.
gelato, yeah.
Yeah. I assume Deathline will just draft hidden Bianco because that's like the one you might be a bit scared for. You can also, I guess, draft 20 in Bianco and just rush the hidden in Bianco, like race with PK at the very beginning. Outside of that, I don't think there are many viable last picks.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, like there are still like decent ones. Like hidden Bianco will be the last pick, possibly. That's like kind of that on some cards would be really outrageous. For instance.
Yeah, 20 Bianco blues, yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Okay.
really.
Yeah, so the drafted golds are picked from both sides, so we'll start soon.
Yeah, like I'm trying to process this, but like if you have like what is your gut reaction to like how this draft played out? Like do you think someone won the draft or lost it or something?
For if you saw that for PK, like Bianco lost a lot of value with all the blue coin you can get, and you only if you want to go Bianco, you just rush for reds. Like red or bosses, you have nothing else to do in Bianco. If you are PK.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, just like the hidden in Bianco that gives you value, of course. But like outside of that, it's kind of awkward. Like you get 7 shines and secrets progress. I guess for like late game, you get 2 from 7 progress and like 5 hiddens. 5 from Bianco is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because it probably will involve PD, like the second PD fight. So it's kind of weird. Like Bianco just seems like non-existent for PK, and I don't think that you can really avoid going for Bianco. Like because just Bianco has too much
Yeah.
in this.
And Bianco is quick reds with Bianco 4, Bianco 3 reds. It's pretty fast shines to get as well.
Once you're there, at least.
Yeah. It still works for Edens, at least, and Shining Secrets if you need to get this goal.
Yeah. Noki is also non-existent, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
Only if you want the heal blues, but maybe with this card you prefer to get the Sunbird.
yeah.
Considering you have 4 Gelato Shines.
Yeah, Sandbird, I guess Wiggler is also a possibility for a boss shine, right? And
Yeah.
like Noki is just like 2 from 7, I guess, and 26 shines. Like they're
Yeah.
decently fast level shines.
Not a good idea to get Nokichu as a boss shine if you want to fight the blooper, but yeah, Noki is very weak as well.
Yeah, I guess Noki 2 would work for like 5 bosses, but like on this card you have like especially Deathline has incentive to do the second PD fight or to do like the second blooper fight in Rico. And the Wiggler is a possibility, so like Noki 2 seems very unviable. So it's just very like blue coins and like Bianco heavy, and PK just has like he has 45 tolls to his credit and 15 in Gelato and 11 in Delfino. But outside of that, like 20 from 2 is awkward for PK, I would assume. 20 in Bianco is just like really convenient for deathline. So it's not that clear what to do.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find a route, I would say.
Yeah. I think I saw some people in the chat mention that Serena is a viable start, or like a viable anything. And
Yeah, you have fights, bosses, the Serena Foreign, Reds, but yeah. Maybe it's too slow to begin with Serena. Maybe like a middle game play.
yeah, like for the middle game, it can actually work. You will get meta, so you will get a boss shine. 7 shines and secrets is like at one point just your like something you can secure. Maybe you can make Tuna for a hidden, your 5th or last hidden shine. It doesn't seem that appealing, but it seems possible. So it's kind of you kind of have like a lot of options, and that is also like one of the reasons why I don't think I would prefer either of these drafts. I think they seem pretty balanced. Maybe like you can argue that Deathline has the 15 and 20 Bianca synergy. Maybe you can say that Deathline's Recovery Hoverless is like kind of out of place. So it's but like outside of that, it's kind of difficult
Yeah,
to.
it's a very hard card to play draft, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's very hard to choose your draft goal here.
Yeah, I think this card in general is probably very difficult. Like when you like went in with lockouts, like you see, oh, do I do blues? Do I do Bianca hidden? What am I supposed to do on this card?
It's very hard to say.
So yeah, I just imagine both start Bianco, but what they will do there is kind of
maybe Bianco for rush for PK for Reds if you really want to get this goal.
Yeah, or just the Bianca hidden race from both of them. That's probably what will happen at the very beginning.
Yeah. And maybe a Wiggler play from PK for Gelato and Gelato Shine, Sunbird Blues maybe. And work for bosses with Wiggler. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I just feel like that would also happen like once, like after the hidden in Bianca race. I don't think it's viable as a rush, like to rush
No,
the
not a
lava.
rush. Maybe for the end of the draft or just after.
Yeah, so like maybe 20 minutes in. Yeah, that's probably.
And you can do stuff in Rico if you want to 3 bosses, collecting blues to reach 45. It's hard to say, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll probably just see the hidden Bianca race.
Yeah.
That's where I bet my money on, and I know that PK will try to
just bet
make me
like
lose.
Twitch coins, not money. Like channel points.
Yeah, we have a channel points of. We don't have the result from last match resolved. This is not Mars versus Pinkish anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe the idea of like, will we see a hidden Bianca race? Yes or no? That would have been maybe interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
And as you do, you unlock Bianco for a Bianco hidden race. Pianta is also non-existent, right? Like pipes, but I think Serena is like a better option.
Yeah, Serena is okay because if you do like Serena 4 with the Eden, if you do Serena 4 Edens, you basically have 6 pipes.
Yeah, and Pianta is just like, why are you in Pianta, right?
Yeah. if you were going to Pianta only for the linked, and even for that, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, at least not early. Maybe
You can just do linked with Bianco, Delfino, Rico, maybe Gelato, and Srin Pina, and that's 7, and boom.
yeah. Oh, with the 2 in Bianco, you mean?
If you want to go to the Bianco 7, maybe, but you can still do Rico, Gelato, Delfino, Bianco, and Srin Pina. If you
Yeah.
don't want to go deep Bianco.
Yeah.
Because why will you go to Bianco 7 in this card? Except for secrets or raids.
Yeah, I can imagine if, for instance, deathline drafted hidden in Bianco, I could see him go that deep into this.
Bianco 6.
Yeah, like Bianco 6, you'll get like your 5th bluebird, and like you can do the hidden just later.
Yeah, but if you want 5 blue birds, you just have to go in Gelato and Pina.
Yeah, but
Get
like
one in Delfino or something like that, and that's
yeah,
5.
yeah, but like you will do PD8 anyway. Maybe the good thing about like 15 or 20 in Bianco Blues is that like optimally in during the PD fight you get like 10 blue coins in the
Yeah.
village for free.
You can get the linked at least. It's pretty fast to get during Bianco 5, and yeah, you can get a lot of blue coins. You have to pray for the RNG at least.
Yeah, and RNG gets mitigated a little bit, so like that's just a bonus. So you get like 2 shines worth of progress because just during the just because of the boost during the fight. And there's also like 13 shines from Delfino, which is interesting because blues are fine.
Yeah,
And
you
then
have,
you can trade in.
yeah, you have
And
65. The last one.
Yeah.
It's like 6.
And
You can imagine to get to 70 to trade 7.
and then you
So,
might have needs like still 6 Delfino shines. But I think it's fine, right? Like
yeah, 6
later
shine
on.
is okay.
Yeah. Like later on, you get to 26 shines, or like it helps you get to 26 shines maybe. And
Yeah,
then
it's like the half of the goal. Just Delfino. So yeah, it's a huge advantage. Let's see.
Yeah, we never really addressed that PK fell behind with the bad Shadow Mario in Delfino Plaza, and
Yeah, but PK get like the Sierra's Blues, I think. So
yeah,
that's why he's a bit behind.
he went on an adventure for those.
See this line like going back to Bianco, like yeah. The play is Bianco for the beginning, of course. Yeah, true. The Shadow Mario wasn't that good, but it works for him for the Delfino Blues as well. So it's okay, I would say.
Yeah, and just the issue that just feel like this would have started in the hidden Bianca race, and then you wouldn't go for like the Delfino Blues, but whatever, we'll see.
PK's now is behind because of the Delfino Blues, at least. So maybe he won't rush the Bianco Eden? Maybe?
Yeah, but then it's like...
He can still do it for the Reds.
Yeah, it just feels bad, like... You don't have... Like, I think PK can just do Bianco 1 after he did Bianco 3 and... Bianco Hidden and Bianco 4, just to try to steal 5 Bianco Shrines. But that just feels bad.
Yeah, going back straight to Bianco. Yeah, this is Bianco Eden Shine will go to deathline. If you don't die in the secret, of course. Yeah, Bianco 3 reds can be tricky. You can die pretty easily.
I think deathline would need to die pretty late for PK to catch up.
Or maybe die twice. And PK need to do a perfect reds, of course.
Yeah, and I don't trust PK to do this, honestly.
And maybe just deathline won't die at all.
Yeah, deathline is the type of person who would take it safe anyway.
Yeah. Going safe. Makes sense.
Yeah, PK is even struggling to get into the hidden. Like, how is he supposed to go fast?
Yeah, there is a click from this line.
Not a huge surprise.
No. You can assume this is a race, so you don't want to delay the goal.
Yeah, you have to assume it is a race. And PK is probably a bit bummed out, but like at the same time, he should have expected that this is going to happen.
But it's not that bad because he still goes for the hiddens and raids progression.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay.
The main thing for me is maybe PK wants to steal 5 Bianco shines, because as mentioned, I can see deathline go deep Bianco, but maybe I'm just like too stuck up on that idea.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Going
deathline is going for blues anyway.
Yeah. You need 20 blues, so yeah, you have to go pretty far away of the reds for this. Rocket.
He's avoiding the enemy, the NPC rather. He remembers the NPC.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Maybe we can see a Bianco 5 play.
From PK?
Or deathline, I don't know. Maybe both. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's probably very possible for deathline. For PK, it's not as much because you just don't have like any reason to collect that many blue coins in terms of Bianco blues. You still have 45 tolls, but it's still like, yeah, you can just go into Rico anyway. Like that's doing like achieving the same thing basically.
If you just want to get 5 Bianco shines, you just can get Bianco 1. But yeah, if you want to do bosses, you have to do Bianco 5, of course. So we'll see what PK wants to do. This line going back to the reds with the rocket.
Yeah. He has practiced Bianco 4 Floodless before, and he's even doing the rocket roller, which is more difficult than like something you practiced.
To Gelato.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Doesn't want to see a 5 from Bianco, which is a choice, I would say.
Yeah. Maybe it's a part for his plan to win. A big brain strat. We can see it.
I don't think Deathline will like go into Bianco now. I think he'll just like unlock probably Rico and Gelato and enjoy life a tiny bit.
Going back to Bianco, let's go.
Yeah, just like, yeah, Bianco's important. I'll just
maybe finishing the draft goals like 15 and 20 Bianco blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he left the blue coin in the village.
Yeah, but he could have like unlocked something else, just maybe to scout what PK has been doing. Maybe PK has invested his time for like a 5 from Bianco steal, and then you kind of know what PK is up to. Like now you just maybe risk losing something else, but I think it's probably just fine for deathline anyway.
Ooh. Nice strat to get the blue. I think I never saw this strat before to get this blue here.
Yeah, it's really awkward to wall kick on for this blue coin because the stone wall is like not something you can wall kick off. So you'd have to do this with the poles, and that's weird.
Yeah. The bluebird in 6, he can, yeah, but he's not forced to get the bluebird in Bianco 6 because you can get 5 pretty quick. You can go to Gelato for hidden, and this is 2 bluebirds. You have 2 in Delfino and 2 in Pina 1. So you don't need the bluebird in 6. But if you want to go to 6, you have to like go for the secret and maybe the hidden as well.
Yeah, it's. I think it's possible. You can, like, it's probably easier to have this, to have this as a possibility, because, like, to get to Pinna, you also would have to unlock Rico, and you have to unlock Pinna and all that jazz. While in Bianco, you can just enter and get that.
Yeah.
So it's just better to have this as an option.
But it's
like,
not that bad. You can still trade blues if you want to get Pina faster.
Yeah, but like it's still like, do you want to like spend a minute unlocking Rico and everything, and like you can still get value out of Bianco 6. So like it's not
it's not a bad play, but you are not forced to go in Bianco 6.
Yeah, you're not forced to, of course, but like it's, I don't know. I just want to justify.
I mean, you can. Both possibilities are correct.
Deathline is a bit
Yeah,
lost.
6 give you a shiny secret, and you can come back for 6 reds to get an hidden and another shiny secret as well.
Yeah, and Bianco 7 for the linked, of course.
Yeah, do you really need to get? Yeah, if you go to Bianco 7, yeah, you have to get the linked.
Yeah, and like I think it's just like possible because like Pianta is like, you don't go into Pianta. There's a good possibility you don't go
Maybe
into.
you can. If you do that, you can skip Gelato.
Yeah, you can
Taking
skip
birds in
Lava or
Delfino,
Rico.
then in Pina to have your 5 birds.
Yeah, or like Rico, and PK is going for the 5 from Bianco Steel, and gets punished for this because now he's just there and he doesn't have to do anything exit this area.
Yeah, PK should have done Bianco 1 before going to Gelato.
Yeah, PK was a bit too afraid of Deathline securing.
Maybe it was better for PK to do that because you lost the Bianco hidden, so you have to try to raise the 5 Bianco shines.
Yeah, like there's a possibility where Deathline just like goes for Bianco 1 to secure 5 from Bianco, but I just feel like that would be not necessary for Deathline in his position. I think the Bianco 1 is just like more than a minute just for one goal. That's like cool, I guess. And yeah, PK just like lost a lot of time.
Nice camera. Yeah, going the linked. This is the second link for PK, I think. Or the third one.
You got the one in Bianco, right?
Yeah, but Gelato, I'm not sure. So this is 2 or 3. Depends of if you get Gelato or not. I'm not sure about Gelato.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention too much, to be completely honest. I only saw his Bianco one.
Yeah, Bianco we are sure, 100%. But
I saw his like secret endeavors when he was like getting the shine, but not what he did before.
He get the... I think he only get the Cataquack one.
Interesting. Just like setting up for 15 in Gelato, I guess, which is not necessarily a setup, but getting blues. Or getting a blue.
Yeah, 28 for deathline. He's a little bit high on blues, I think.
Yeah, but 45 is still drafted by PK, so...
Yeah, but you have like 6 minutes left on the draft period.
Yeah, true. PK has a little bit of an issue with like... He can't secure 45... Like, he can't secure all of his drafts, so...
Yeah.
He has to risk losing something, and you know that 3 bosses is like a goal that Deathline will have very, very soon. Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So there's like one goal that you have to risk. It might be like 15 in Gelato, it might be like 11 Delfino blue coins. And like risking... Deathline probably doesn't have 15... Deathline probably doesn't have 11 blue coins in Delfino.
I don't think you have like maybe 1 or 2 blues maximum.
Yeah, just like when unlocking the Rico and when the jail blue when unlocking Bianco.
But this is going to be the soul boss for this line, so can still get this draft goal from PK. Because I'm not sure if PK get Gelato link. I have to like double check. Doesn't deck? Okay, so this is 3 linked for PK with Rico, Delfino, and Bianco. Okay, yeah, thanks for confirming you haven't get Gelato linked.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Yeah, thanks for the double check, Falcon. 4 minutes left. Should we tell them there are like 4 minutes left on the draft, maybe?
I hope that by now people, like, even though Bingo Sync Plus is currently broken, I think they hopefully have a live split on just in case. So I think they're fine. Personally, at least.
Just like a 4-minute warning, you know, something like that.
I hope that the players are well aware of like how much time they have left.
PK is leaving Rico. Yeah, birds. Delfino blues with birds. Yeah, makes sense to do that now. This lane is a fine of 2-minute warnings. Let's go.
Yep, we have the Fire Pianta. PK's favorite.
Let's go.
That was kind of funny.
This is 9, you need 6 more. This line I have 0 birds? I think so, yeah. Wait. Yeah, this is 0 birds for this line. And 1 from PK? Maybe? Yeah, the link is still here in Gelato. 3 from PK? Gonna secure the Jato Blues.
Yeah, this is a really weird moment because PK is like also going for a 15-inch ladder right now. He will lose 3 bosses though because
Yeah,
he has 2 minutes left and like Manta is more than 2 minutes. Um.
and PD
Bianco.
is also more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's literally 3 minutes long. Pinna 1 is well over 2 minutes.
Yeah, and still have to unlock Pina. You have to trade and then skip the cutscene if you want to skip the cutscene, and then enter in Pina, enter in the pack, doing the boss. It's too long.
So yeah, like Deathline just gets 3 bosses kind of for free.
40. How many blues for this line? There is a click for Ghost Roverless, 36.
Yeah, PK will finish out 45 at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not invasion. Even if it looks like it can be invasion, but yeah.
Yeah, now that's kind of true. And PK will break it with the 15 Jada very soon. I didn't check how many he has right now.
Gelato? Yeah, I think he's missing like 3 or 4.
Apparently 45 blues will be 15-inch ladder as well, so that's very convenient.
Yeah. Big brain. Calc.
Yeah.
200 IQ. Yeah, like 40 seconds left. Double click from PK.
PK gets some goals at the very minimum. He will be on the board. A huge advantage of draft. You can have a goal. That's insane.
10 seconds.
I'll unclick PK's draft. I can unclick both.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Let's go to 30 minutes.
I didn't hit 11 in Delfino. Yeah. Deathline gets 20 from 2. He can also just click. Wait. This is.
Wait, yeah, I clicked the goal by accident. Yeah, sorry. Forgot that was not to arrange the.
No.
That's my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I forgot the color for the draft. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have probably meant like we should have probably like made sure that we know who's clicking what. Also, the Deathline sees 3 bosses like being available to click and just like decides not to because he's just that much of a chat. Oh, he's pausing to
pausing to get the goal.
Yeah, really respectable. Huge fan. Maybe you don't because once you see 3 red coins being clicked.
Yeah, imagine like clicking the goal during Wake of 4 without pausing.
Yeah, but as mentioned, like 3 red coins was drafted by PK, so you literally know that you have like, or you know that you have, at the very minimum, like 1.5 minutes to click 3 bosses, even though PK 100% knows that you have 3 bosses. It's already 3 to 8 because this card is wild like that.
Wait, did PK try to get the blues without 10 shines? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to get like the text box skip and he just didn't.
That's what I mean. If you just try to do movie skip and just reset on this, that should be even funnier.
Oh, that would have been so hilarious. Like, oh, I got the safe box. Let's go.
Yeah, but you do have 10 shines, so it doesn't work.
Yeah. So then you know that PK and Ramada really work together because like last season, Ramada had one game where like he tried to get Goldbird before like he unlocked Pinna. Then he wanted to unlock Pinna, but he didn't have enough shines either.
Yeah, that's something I've run pretty recently, that the Goldbird only spawn after you unlock Pinna.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it spawns so late, or like it doesn't spawn immediately. But it's I guess it's a thing.
I don't think Deathline have the Bianco bird.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't have any bluebirds in general, right? General, right?
Yeah. So
That's
it's not that bad if you lose the goal.
Yeah, like it won't hurt Deathline that much. It will be like slightly annoying, but you have a like pretty comfortable lead in like shines and secrets. You have a lead in like, or you can imagine you have a lead in 5 hiddens. You're
There is a
pretty
click
you're
from
pretty
PK.
competitive with like totals. So a little bit tragic.
How many blues did trade PK? 40?
Yeah, 40.
This is 50, okay.
Deathline is also at 45, so like only 5 blue coins away.
He trades for 4, okay. So he needs 25 to get 65, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is this gonna be seven linked as well, or only 6 for PK?
That's a good question.
I'm still not sure for Gelato. He come back on Gelato, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he got the link in Gelato, so it will be 7.
Yeah.
He get the link during the 50 Gelato and 45 totals.
That's true. I've kind of forgot about this.
Yo, JB.
PK almost falling. Just almost.
Yeah.
Deathline is picking up another episode shine. He already has 8 episodes, so it doesn't matter. But it will be another boss.
Yeah, this is 4 boss? 4 boss for this line? I think. 7 link clicked. Do you fight Mecha or concede bosses?
Ooh.
I mean, Mecha will be like the third boss for PK or fourth?
It would only be the third boss.
Yeah, so this line is ahead for bosses.
Yeah, like Deathline already has 4 bosses. He can unlock Pinner and then chill. Like get also a lot of blue coins with that. It's kind of in a weird spot for it to be in when you're PK right now.
Isn't it teach Serena for Shining Secrets? Yeah. Oh, let's go Coin Escape maybe?
PK is at 62 totals, right?
Let's see. Yeah, this is
63.
So 2 more.
Oh yeah, and they align perfectly with this. He gets the strat. Let's go.
Quick maths.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Deathline, he's behind in Pinner. Fortunately for Deathline, there is nothing in Pinner, really.
Yeah.
So
we get the 5 bosses, which is the only where we can get from Pinner at this point.
yeah, as mentioned, like 2 from 7 is like pretty late. 5 hidden is kind of late.
Prog, PK have 4, 3 or 4, I'm not sure. 4, and this line has
also
2, 3.
I think 3, but he has Gerardo open and Bianco 6 open, so it's much more convenient.
PK, it's at 3 boss. This mecha is the fourth one, and Deathline is at 4 bosses. This is the 5th one, so Deathline is gonna get the 5 bosses.
Very, very convincingly as well. When you're PK right now, like, what do you do? What do you do after seeing 5 bosses clicked, and you probably can assume that it's like either like you have to think: is it Manta? Is it Wiggler? Is it Mecha?
Maybe you have to go to Sirena for hidden pipes.
He's going into Fall from Gelato, which is also fair. You want to secure this. You have 3 Gelato Shines already, and if you get 4 Gelato Shines, you
PK
might.
we need to go to Sirena at some point because he can't win, I think, without Sirena.
Serena at that point like would be only 2 golds for PK, because
But it works for Hiddens and Shining Secret as well.
Shines and Secrets I think is too Deathline favored right now for PK to really have hopes for this. Like Deathline has like Pinna will do it's like in Pinna 2 he has like 3 hiddens open. He has Gelato 1 and Gelato 1 Reds available as well. Like he has 5 Gelato, like 5 Shines and Secrets available to him.
Yeah, true.
Definitely needs 4 more golds in general. And like as we mentioned, 7 Shines and Secrets, it's kind of really Deathline favored. And then the question is like, how will he close it out?
And count PK have 3, I think. 3 or 4. And this line 3 for PK? Yeah, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Get boss from Gelato and 1 in Bianco. And this line, yeah.
Yeah, 1 in Gelato, 1 in Bianco,
Yeah,
now
I
1 in
think
Pinna.
Deathline got the sunshine in Gelato.
Whoa, that was a little close from Deathline.
Jeff calling something not a scam.
Second mirror is genuinely awful. It literally works differently than the other 2 mirrors. It's so dumb.
But the first one with the 3 enemies is pretty weird. I saw like recently. Just there was Pogonata. He just ground pound on the mirror, and the Catapult doesn't die. Just bounce back on the mirror and stay there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This is, I don't know why this happens, or like when
it's
this
just
happens.
like the angle when you ground pound. I don't know, but yeah, it can happen. A Rico play for the Hiddens. This is
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that Deathline doesn't want to secure 7 Shines and Secrets. I'm not 100% sure like why he thinks that 5 Hiddens is more in danger, because 5 Hiddens is like just generally more difficult to obtain.
yeah.
That being said, I think it would also be better if he started off with Rico 4 Reds, because like if PK somehow has 5 Hiddens, then you at least have a Shining Secret with Rico 4.
Counterplay?
Yeah. PK is like did beach pipe.
The pipes in
Yeah.
Pianta?
Yeah, he did beach pipe after all. Mm. Yeah. Pipes in 2 from 7 is very convenient. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm like the piano play seems odd.
If you want the pipes, maybe it's better to go to Serena. Even if Serena 1 is slow to get, you can still get like Serena for Edens and Shining Secrets faster than in Pianta. I guess it works for Tomb 7, at least. If you want to get 2 from 7, it's not that bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
This line is going to get Gelato 1 reds. That's good. I'm for him, yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that like he didn't do Rico 4 reds, but did Rico 2 hidden, which like I don't really get why. Yeah, that's just odd. I don't know.
Yeah, PK. Yeah, that's what maybe PK goes to Pianta because he read the 5 bosses as a Serena play.
Yeah, there are like a lot of possibilities.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was just like unclear if the 5th boss, like what the 2 other bosses are. Like PK really knows the 3 bosses, but he didn't know like, is it Rico 5? Is it like Mecha? Is it Manta? Is it by some chance like is the 5th boss a Wiggler? Like that's possible, I think, as well.
Yeah, but if that was like Wiggler, you saw the Forjato Shan click earlier, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like you thought that Deathline could be in Sandbird taking all Sandbird blues right now. That's not as probable. Or you thought that maybe Deathline would be prioritizing something else over 4 from Gelato. Although Gelato hidden is that quick, and if you have Wiggler, you can spend that 1 extra minute on your 4th Gelato Shine.
PK maybe have a chance, yeah. 7 Shining Secrets, 5 Hiddens, oof. That's 11. And no, you just have to go in. Just do Delfino stuff and trade blues for 26, and that's it, right?
But
the deathline just need to do Delfino stuff and trade blues to get 26 and just win at this point.
Yeah, but he
He's going
decides
to Serena, whoa.
Yeah, and PK will have
maybe deathline don't have enough shine. That's why.
I mean, you can argue that you can just like do Delfino Shines and rush to 26 like that. That's like a possibility, right?
Us 2 from 7 looking. PK does have Bianco, Gelato, Pina. PK has at least 5. And this line probably 5 as well. I'm not sure about the Delfino progression for both of them. PK trade blues, so he trade 40.
Yeah.
He does have two shines from Delfino. I don't know if those shine counts for Tomb 7.
Great. The trades do not count for 2 from 7.
Yeah, so I don't think. Yes, PK have the pitch pipe. That's one, and does he have a second one? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, here this is his 5th pipe. Deathline only has 1, but that doesn't really matter because he's like I don't think Deathline has 1. I think this is his first one. But just having also like the Serena lead, like if Deathline like does the Delfino shines and trades, then that could be kind of scary. PK is going for the Delfino pipe because it also synergizes with 13 shines from Delfino.
So we are finishing with the lily pad. Let's go. Yeah, PK as was in Delfino, and this one will be the second one.
Yeah, that was
But-
actually a good clip from PK.
Yeah.
I wasn't believing in this setup, but
So if I'm correct, this is gonna be 2 from 6
for PK.
for PK. Yeah.
Delfino,
Bianco, Rico.
He doesn't have Rico 2. He doesn't have Rico 2, nor Pena 2, nor Noki Shine, nor Manta Shine. Okay. He has Gelato,
Gelato,
Bianco.
Delfino, Bianco, Pina, and Pianta.
Yeah.
It's 5.5.
5.5? Wait.
Delfino?
Yeah, because Bianco.
Yeah, this is 2
Gelato,
from Delfino.
Pianta.
He has one. I think he does have the blooper in Rico, at least.
Yeah, he has one in Rico, one in Pena, and that's it. Like, yeah, so he needs 2 more. No, he needs 4 more shines. 4 more shines.
How to count from 1 to 7? Sorry, this is too hard.
Yeah, like when you don't think about it, then like Deathline obviously thinks about this, so he knows. PK knows about it because it's his game. Like if he's not thinking about like 2 from 7, I don't know what he's thinking about right now.
Yeah, this line is close to 26. You just need 2 shines and trade 4, and this is 26.
Yeah. PK wants to trade in after this.
Yeah, after. Yeah, DL will probably win Delfino.
Really? I am not 100% sure.
He can do like more Delfino stuff right now.
Yeah. I'm
Because
surprised
he
that
don't
Deathline
care
is...
about 2 from 7, so he can be focused on Delfino stuff.
Yeah, definitely. PK has like too many things to cover, and him losing 26 will just make it a 50-50 at the end. And then even then, Deathline has Serena lead, so that's even...
He's at 6 right now with 4 trades and the 2 we got already on Delfino. But like where this line can maybe be ahead, I'm not sure. He will get 26 first, for obviously. But yeah, this is 26. This is a hard click for PK to see 26 click right now.
Yeah, he sees the goal and he's like, I hope these are not Delfino ones.
So it's 3 more. This is 7. So this is 9 Delfino.
Yeah, definitely has 7. As we can see.
And this line I haven't seen.
Oh, and this Deathline just going for Serena instead, so we have to see like at least 4 more Serena shines from Deathline. Tragic, but okay, that's fine. I can accept that. Actually, that's an interesting choice from Deathline because...
Whoa.
It's this is an interesting choice from Deathline because you see 6 pipes and you don't know what these 6 pipes really are. Like they could be also a bunch of Serena, right?
Yeah, but maybe
So
you can assume it's not Serena because you haven't seen the Serena Forbidden click. Or maybe it's not like deep in Serena. Maybe it's just like Serena 2 and doing some stuff in Delfino for pipes. Something
yeah,
like
that could be a thing, but maybe Deathline thinks it's Serena and thinks that like PK has to cover like 2 from 7, he has to cover 13 from Delfino, and
and
the
the
sand,
four the
yeah,
birds, Sunbird.
yeah, like then you think, how probable is it that like he'll have to do like, I can probably sneak in the string of 4 hidden in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
And little did Deathline know he was ahead to it.
Ooh, baseline dying at the hand of Serena 2.
Yeah, he's still ahead.
This is why Serena 2 is the worst secret ever. Change my mind. Serena 2 is the worst secret of the game.
I am personally a bigger hater of Rico 4.
Yeah, Rico 4 is hard as well, but for me, Serena 2 is worse.
I think Serena 2 is fun, except the brick breaking. That's really awful to do. I hate it.
Yeah, this is... You can still clip if you are unlucky after the block break.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing that can happen.
And you can still have the infamous sunblock A press hit, of course. It's also a thing.
Yeah, what did you mean?
When the sunblock just ate your jump sometimes for no reason.
Oh yeah, like when you try to jump, but like you're like in the air with the sandbox and everything. Yeah, that, like just you're airborne for like 1 or 2 frames, and you just happen to press A there, and that's just a crying moment.
Yeah. And this is Noki 2 from 7 maybe from baseline.
Yeah, I think this is already 2 from 7 from Deathline if he gets this.
Bianco, Rico, Renato, Pina, Sylvana, and Noki. Yeah, it's 7. And yeah, Noki is probably faster than Pianda for 2 shines.
Yeah, and it also just sets up for the Eel Blue Skull, right?
Yeah, but he won't need maybe to do that.
Yeah. Deathline currently struggling with the bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, PK still need Pina. True.
He just has too much to cover.
Yeah.
He got like a quick Manta out of the way. Not like quick, not necessarily, because it's Manta.
And it's getting Delfino Blues, but yeah. This line doesn't care about the Delfino Blues.
Yeah. Interesting game. I think PK just like went into Bianco and effectively got nothing out of it, right? Like he got 3 reds, which
He lost the Biancoidans with like some blue stuff in Delfino. And he lost 5 Bianco shines because he leave Bianco at 4 and come back too late.
Yeah, like PK basically got nothing out of Bianco. Like 3 red, like if the 3 red coins he got would have been like the Fino reds, then that would have just helped him in like in the long run, I guess. So like yeah, Bianco just was useless for him because he didn't get anything out of Bianco.
He lost the goal he can get. The free goal in the board, he lost both of them. So it was pretty hard.
Yeah, he didn't get 5 hiddens, didn't get bosses, didn't get Bianco Blues, didn't get like anything. So that's just pain for PK.
Yeah, another GG.
Still, it was a bit close, and PK still had the possibilities to win.
Maybe if PK stayed in Bianco to steal the 5 Bianco shines, that could have changed everything, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah. Let's see. Interviews, maybe.
Oh. Yep. That's apparently the rule where it's like we're supposed to say GG to confirm it. Yeah, which thank you, Zale. Anyway, welcome, Deathline.
GG.
GG.
GG PK as well.
Yeah, GG.
So that was a funny game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so sad.
I feel like I definitely did something early game that PK wanted that PK did not get.
Oh yeah, you got my Bianco. You got Bianco.
Yeah, you clicked the Bianco 5 when PK just
as soon as I entered 1.
That's what I figured. Looking at this card, I knew you were probably going to start Bianco, and you wanted Bianco hidden and 5 Bianco, if at least one of them for sure.
Yeah, so. And I should have committed it a bit earlier. I was just playing it a little safe to like make sure you didn't, because I was like, you have to get blues because you never want to go back after 5.
Oh yeah.
But you clicked it at like the same time, and that threw me off a little bit. So I was like, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. You won draft phase purely because I don't think first pick can win draft phase.
Card was really hard. There's so many early game goals to pick.
Yeah.
That's one of those cards where it's like, instead of it like not having any good draftable goals, there's actually like almost too many.
Yeah, like, and half of them were Bianco.
Half of them were Bianco, so.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, and I'm sitting there at the end like, what do I actually click? Because like, no matter what I click between 15 Gelato Blues and Bianco Hidden, I just lose the other one. And I was just like, fuck, I don't know. I'll just try 15 Gelato and then see if I can somehow speed bully you to it. And then I fucked up quick kill, and that was sad, but.
I'm actually glad you picked 15 in Gelato because I didn't really know what I was doing at the beginning, and then once I committed 5 Bianca with PD, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to Gelato my draft period. I'm just gonna sit in Rico and hope I can win and I don't get punished for EPs, which I didn't.
I mean, you got the goals right when I was like thinking, damn, I should get this, and I was like, well, I mean, like 5 bosses was way earlier than I ever could have gotten it, but like, 5 hiddens I was just about to start doing. Obviously 2 from 7 was what I wanted at the end, but eventually I was just like, I'm gonna just go for 13 from Delfino because that could easily be what you're doing.
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Like in the mid game, I was like, all right, cool. Now I have to do like 7 shines in a row, and that's all I do, just hiddens and secrets. And I pray PK isn't doing that, which you weren't because you were getting blues, which made me happy.
Yeah.
And then like once I clicked 7 shines and secrets and 5 hiddens, and I was at 11 goals, I was like, all right, I need 2 more. How in the world do I manage that? And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna commit Serena. And then I did Serena 1, and then you click 6 pipes. I was like, oh, rip. Now I have to try and raise 26 shines, and I don't think I'm gonna win that.
So you only had Serena 1?
I did Serena 1, and like I picked up the banana, and I was like on the roof, and I like turned over, and you clicked it, and I like chucked the banana.
Yeah, I was in fucking Pianta for. I misread you. I thought you were there way earlier. I thought 5 bosses was Manta, and that was gonna destroy me.
My 5 bosses were PD 1, 2, Blooper 1, 2, and Mecha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't want 2 from 7 initially. I was gonna try and win just off Bianco, Rico, and Gelato, but then I realized it would be better if I just did pin a 1 and 2 for 7 shines and secrets and 2 from 7 progress. So I don't end up committing to that.
One thing I kind of want to ask Deathline, just like right at the end, is when you saw 6 pipes, what did you think what those 6 pipes were? Did you think it was Serena?
I assumed most of it was Serena, or he did a split of Pianta and Serena, but he was still like, PK was still in the spot where he needed to commit to Delfino shines, Sandbird blues, and Serena shines. I'm like, all right, well, as long as I just don't get unlucky, I'm probably okay.
Yeah.
With at least one of my choices. I was really nervous about 26 shines. I didn't feel comfortable about it. Like right after I did Manta, I probably should have done that pre-Manta.
Yeah, that was
but
pretty close. PK was at 25.
Yeah, I was trading it in to get 25 and then was going to do Underbell.
my plan was like I was gonna do Serena 2 while picking up like 4 blues. That would give me 2 from 7, and then I just pick up a Delfino shine and trade in. But then you clicked, and I was like, no. So I just did like 3 Delfino shines and traded.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I almost forgot to click 3 bosses. I was in the middle of almost dying in Rico 4 when I was like, oh yeah, I should click that. So I paused
Yeah,
and clicked it.
we saw the pause in Rico 4. But
yeah, I was like, well, like during my draft period, I like clicked those goals and I'm like, I can't get both of those if I start Bianco. So I'm like, shit.
yeah, we're debating about that with Lovey. Like, it's very hard to choose draft goal here.
Yeah, because I was like, my choices were reds or bosses, and I lose the other one because he's doing Bianco. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I think there is a better chance that he misprioritizes bosses than reds, and I was wrong. I got birds, that made me happy, but then I was like, well, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I realized like once I was done with Rico, and like you clicked 45 and 15 in gelato, so I was like in the draft area. So I was like, all right, that's sad because I was at 40, but whatever. I wasn't really expecting to win that anyway since it's drafted. And I was like, all right, well he hasn't clicked 11 Delfino. Oh, he clicked it, and I was
Yeah.
like, trying to kill the bird. I'm like, is this even worth it? I was like, I'll just go do a hidden. I'll just go unlock gelato and do a shine there, and if it gets clicked, then it gets clicked, and I'll just rotate to whatever else after. And it got clicked. I was like, all right, I don't really care at this point. Hopefully, he just commits blues, and I can just do shine progress.
Yeah. Oh, dying. Yeah, I don't know. This was weird. I really thought like as soon as like I was sitting there in the draft period and I'm just like I don't think there's good clicks for player 2 or player 1.
Really hard.
Because like I'm sitting there like obviously first click 11 Delfino, it's just probably the best goal, but I'm honestly thinking I probably should have just taken 15 Bianco blues and said fuck it, I'll try this.
Yeah, at the end, I was like, do I draft Bianco hidden or do I draft 20 Bianco blues? And I was like, I really didn't know because like he could pick up the blues for 20 from 2 with 45 totals into gelato, and that's really easy, or he could just rush the hidden as well. And like I don't know which one to do, so I was like, all right, I'll pick the blues and then hopefully I speed bully PK to Bianco hidden.
Yeah, and it was the right call. I should have done Bianco 1 early before I started doing my gelato stuff. That was a mental error. I kind of realized it after I did the first shine in gelato. I don't know why I didn't go back at that point because I think I still would have won it at that point.
Probably because my blues with PD were questionable at best.
You mean for the 5 Bianco?
Yeah, for 5 Bianco.
Yeah, if you stay in Bianco and just do Bianco 1, you would have win the goal, yeah.
Yeah, but if I did that after gelato 1, it would have been close, I think.
Yeah, you still managed to get this one, but not sure. But yeah, if you stay to Bianco before going to Gelato, you will be able to get 5 Bianco for sure.
True.
Because deathline was doing blues during Bianco 4 and 5, so yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, because I was like, you're probably gonna like you. It feels like you need to do Bianco 5 with it because it's just better. But
yeah, I was like, it works out because, I mean, it gets me an extra boss. It gets me pre-Pinna bird access if for whatever reason you don't like do birds or something. So I could just jump back in, right? And unlocks another secret if I needed it, which I ended up not using Bianco 6 anyways. But
yeah, I misevaluated 5 Bianco shines because I think if I get that, I'm in a better spot.
Yes, because I think I'm trailing. Well, maybe not for Serena Hidden anymore, but I was trailing for Sandberg Eel Blues, and I'm at 7. I'm at 7 shines with trades in Delfino right now.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm at 12 right now. So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if I evaluate that correctly, then I don't have the exit area. On the other hand, I lose some time elsewhere, so maybe I like lose birds or something. So I don't know. It's interesting. It was a good, like, you definitely routed well. I was very sad with the draft, but I was like, it's fine. I get it.
I wasn't really pleased with my draft, but I was like, as long as I win Bianco, I think I'm okay.
You definitely could have had a stronger draft, but I still think you were better.
Yeah, I probably, in hindsight, would have picked 5 Bianco over Rico 3 Hoverless, but I mean, either way, I still wanted to have some access in Rico. So,
I mean,
Rico's
Rico existed on this card. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't
it
great.
wasn't great, but it was a much better 20 from 2 than what I had originally planned with Gelato.
Yeah, I guess that might have been my mistake, is I should have just forced you into Gelato and then taken the Gelato stuff outside of 15 Gelato Blues. Because if you draft 15 Gelato Blues instead, then I'm happier.
I was actually pretty paranoid because I was really worried that you just did 20 in Bianco anyways, and then you went to Gelato and we're doing 20 in Gelato to get 45 totals and 20 from 2 when I was
Yeah,
doing 20 in
I thought
Rico
about
really
it.
slowly.
I thought about it, but I felt it would be way too slow. Because I still needed to contest some other things. Like 26 shines was something I wanted, but I didn't know how to actually secure it because I needed to catch up. And then I just if I instead of doing what I did towards the end, if I just say I don't want anything to do with 7 shines and secrets, 5 hiddens, maybe I can get there faster. Like if I just instead of doing Pianta just did Delfino, but then you're in pipes and then you win Serena 4 hidden.
Yeah, if you didn't click pipes, I would have just hard committed Serena 4 hidden for sure.
Yeah, and I thought about delaying 6 pipes and then trying to like bait you there, but I was like, I don't know how far he is, because if one of those bosses was Manta, I'm probably getting close to that time. Because I read it as 5 bosses and then Serena 2 hidden was your 5th hidden.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, Rico is honestly a blessing in disguise, and so is
Yep.
Pinna, because it was like hard to tell the shine progress out of both of those, because like nothing on my draft tells me that I have Pinna progress, so, or nothing in my clicked goals really, other than like, yeah, it has a boss, a secret, and a hidden within the first 3 shines. What do you do?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, PK, I'm gonna need you to throw in row control.
Throw row control.
You can get your wish of 2-0 since I can't get my wish of 2-0 anymore.
Yeah, that's the hope. Now we know you're gonna lose, right?
Yeah, it's gonna go 1-1.
There's no way this doesn't go to game 3.
Yeah, we're gonna cry at the end of your
we're both gonna be sad. We're like, fuck, we gotta play tomorrow.
Are there any questions for us, Comms? We kind of talked a lot.
No, I don't have any questions personally.
Yeah, no more question.
Also, my Pianta play was not specifically pipes. It was pipes plus hoping to get another secret access. I don't know if I need to explain that, but
Okay, interesting.
although I probably should have just done Serena at that point, but I thought I was behind in Serena, so I was just trying to sneak something.
That makes sense.
But
I died at
it's still just faster, so I don't know.
This match would have ended like a minute earlier if I didn't die at the very end of Serena 2.
Pretty hype.
I clipped the block, which I really didn't think I was going to clip the block, and then I like tried to save it with a ground pound, but I wasn't far enough right, so I like went right down the middle of the pyramid. I was very sad.
Truth.
So,
Romano, hurry up and make the bingo sync, you coward.
Yep. When do you guys want to play, by the way?
I don't care.
Just do it in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
So in 10 minutes, we'll have...
Game 2? Let's go.
Yeah, you guys want to be done as soon as possible. It's fine.